Hi, Assalamualaikum guys. We meet again for this week. This week I would like to introduce another chapter which is chapter 8. So in chapter 8, I will talk about the communication and networks. So in this chapter, I will divide it into two parts. So this week, I'm going to tell you about the communication, which is chapter 8 part 1. So next week is the chapter 8 part 2. We focus more on the network. So for this week, for today classes, I will talk more about the communication. Okay guys, next. Okay, next is of course learning objective. So learning objectives means that what you got after you done the chapter. First, of course, you should be able to explain what is connectivity, the wireless revolution, and communication. Okay, next, describe physical and wireless communication channel. Next, you should be able to differentiate between connection devices and services, including dial-up, DSL, cable, satellite, and cellular. Fourth is you should be able to describe data transmission factor, including bandwidth and protocol. So fifth, define network and key network terminology, including network interface card and network operating system, which is this one will talk more on the part 2, which is under network, right? So six, you should be able to describe different types of network, including local, home, wireless, personal, metropolitan, and wide area network. And seven, describe network architecture, including topology and strategy. And the last one is you should be able to explain their organization issue related to internet technology and network security. Okay guys, so this is all the learning objective. I hope that you can got this learning objective after you done this chapter. Okay, next, introduction. Okay, as you can see, right now we live in a truly connected society. Okay, using the network, we can connect to the Twitter, to the podcast, wiki, blog, and we can communicate with our family and so on. So, as you can see in here, it says that in this graph says that increased connectivity potentially means increased productivity, especially in business. Okay, more you increase your connectivity among other people. So if you are in a business, your business will grow up. Okay, so you will learn more about the concept of the connectivity and the impact of the wireless evolution in this chapter. Okay, next is the communication. So what does it mean about the communication? As you can see in here, when we talk about the communication, so please remember, if we talk about the human communication, means that we want to share something with other people. Same with the computer communication. It says that computer communication is the process of sharing data, program, and information between two or more computers. Same with the human, right? We can communicate with two people, or we can communicate with more people. For what? To share data. Sometimes we want to share the information. Sometimes we want to share about the what happened to us and so on. So same with the computer communication. Okay, next is connectivity. What does it mean about the connectivity? So connectivity is the concept that related to using computer network to link people and resources. So as you can see, this is the diagram of the connectivity diagram. For example, that I can give you is connectivity means that you can connect your personal computer to other computers and information sources almost anywhere. Okay, so with this connection, you are linked to the world of larger computer and the internet. So that means you can search information, you can communicate with other people. So that's all with we call it as the connectivity. Okay, next is the wireless revolution. What does it mean about the wireless revolution? So as you can see in here, in this picture, in the past decade, usually people use the voice communication to communicate with other people. But nowadays, the single most dramatic change in connectivity and communication in the past decade has been the widespread use of the mobile device like smartphone and tablet with wireless internet connection. So this is the past decades. Before the wireless come in, people use the voice communication to communicate people around the world. However, after the wireless comes in, they just use the wireless using the smartphone. Okay, you can connect people around the world using the wireless revolution. Then you can send their email. You can socialize using the social media, and you can connect your PC with the printer using the wireless connection. So in addition, wireless technology allows a wide variety of nearby devices to communicate with one another without any physical connection. Remember, when you use the wireless, you no need to bring your modem everywhere. Okay, you no need to have the physical connection to connect the wireless. No need. Okay, just use the feature that have in your mobile phone or in your laptop. So remember, high-speed internet wireless technology allows individuals to connect to the internet and share information from almost everywhere in the world. Okay, so this is the wireless revolution. Remember, before wireless comes in, they use the voice communication using the telephone line. So next. So what does it mean about the communication system? Communication systems are electronic systems that transmit data from one location to another. Okay, communication system can be wired or wireless. Okay, when we talk about the wireless, we no need to have the physical connection. However, if you use the communication system using the wire, you have the physical connection. Okay, so this is the diagram how the communication system transmit data from one devices to another devices. As you can see in here, this is the sending devices. So for example, you use the email, you want to send a message. So message. Okay, we want to send a message using the connection devices, or we call it as the modem. And then communication channel will send a message and broken it into the packet, one packet. Okay, dia akan pecahkan kecil-kecil. And then this is another part, the other part of the receiving device. The receiving device also need to have the connection device to receive the packet of the message. And then the connection device we combine. Okay, we combine all the packet become one message, and the receiving device can see the message. Okay, so this is how the process to transmit data from one location to another. Okay, basic element of the communication systems. So this is very important, guys. Please remember. So we have 4 basic element of communication system. First, we have sending and receiving data. So computer or specialized communication device. Next is the connection device, interface between sending and receiving device. Third, data transmission specification, which is rules and procedure that coordinate the devices. And the last one is the communication channel, which is this channel which carries the message to other devices. Okay, so next, communication channel carry the data from the one computer to another. So it can be using a wired or wireless. So when we talk about a wired means that we use the physical connection. So what does it mean about the physical connection? Physical connection between sending and receiving device include what? Okay, twisted pair cable. They have a twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and the last one is the fiber optic cable. So this is the types of the physical connection. Okay, this is the twisted pair cable. So it says that twisted pair cable have the 2 pair of copper wire twisted together. So it says that both telephone line and Ethernet cable use the twisted pair cable to connect. Okay, so this is the example of the twisted pair cable. However, for the coaxial cable means that single solid copper core. Where you see this cable, you can see this cable in the cable TV. Okay, cable TV using coaxial cable. However, for the fiber optic cable, this is a very famous right now. Unify also using the fiber optic. Maxis also have the physical connection using the fiber optic. So what does it mean about the fiber optic? Fiber optic is a tiny glass tube. So fiber optic, why Unify, Maxis change their physical connection into the fiber optic? Because fiber optic is more faster and more reliable than coax, okay, and rapidly twisted pair. So how the fiber optic transmit the data? So they transmit as pulse of light through tiny tube of glasses. So in here, as you can see, this is the glasses. Okay, bila sebut glasses, kaca. This is more secure and reliable based over limited distance. The lighter, more reliable and faster than coaxial cable. So fiber optic is the best physical connection. Okay, next is the wireless connection. So wireless connection do not use a solid substance to connect. So remember, when we talk about the wireless, they no need to use the physical connection like the cable just now. Okay, so what the wireless connection use? It use the air itself. Okay, most use radio wave to communicate. Okay, this is the standard of the wireless. This standard 802.11g and so on. Okay, so remember, wireless does not use the physical connection, but they use radio wave to communicate. Okay, next is the primary wireless technology. This is the type of wireless connection. So we have 8 type of the wireless connection. First, we have the Bluetooth. It says that Bluetooth is for the short range, Wi-Fi wireless fidelity, microwave, WiMAX, extend Wi-Fi, cellular, satellite, infrared, and we have the GPS global positioning system. So let's see one by one what does it mean about each of the type of the wireless connection. Okay, next is Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is the radio communication standard. It uses the radio communication standard to transmit data. To transmit data over short distance of up to approximately 33 feet. Okay, so widely used for the wireless handset, printer connection, and handheld devices. Okay, so this is the Bluetooth. Bluetooth we can use for to share the information, to send picture and so on. Rather than that, we can use the wireless headset. Nowadays, printer also have the Bluetooth features. Okay, and handphone also have the Bluetooth features. Okay, next is the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi means that wireless fidelity. So Wi-Fi says that use high frequency radio signal to transmit the data. So Wi-Fi can send and receive data at different speed. So next we have microwave. So microwave is not your microwave to reheat your food and so on. So what does it mean about the microwave? Okay, microwave use a high frequency radio wave. So as you can see in here, this is one of the technology of the microwave. It refers to as line of sight can only travel in a straight line. Okay, good medium for sending data between building in a city or on a large college campus. For longer distances, the wave must be relayed by means of microwave station with microwave dish or antenna. So this is the microwave dish. Okay, they need this to transfer the data using the microwave signal. Okay, next we have the WiMAX. WiMAX means that worldwide interoperability for the microwave access. So this is the extend the range of Wi-Fi network using microwave connection. So commonly used by university and others to extend the capability of existing Wi-Fi network. So this WiMAX allow greater distance to connect the internet. Okay, so next we have the cellular. Cellular is a use multiple antenna, or we call it as cell tower, to send and receive data within relatively small geographic region, or we call it as the cell.
Okay, so cellular ni dia macam SIM card lah. So dia menggunakan tower untuk dapatkan signal.
Okay, this is the example of cell tower. Next is the satellite. Satellite use satellites orbiting about 22,000 miles above the earth as a microwave relay station. Okay, they use the microwave relay station. Many of these offered by the Intelsat, the International Telecommunication Satellite Consortium, which is owned by the 114th government and form a worldwide communication system. Okay, as you can see in here, uplink is the key term for the sending data to satellite. Downlink means that we're receiving data from a satellite. Okay, so remember, uplink when you sending data to the satellite. Downlink means that we receive data from satellite. So GPS global positioning system use satellite to determine geographic location of the devices. So in our smartphone also have the GPS feature. Usually we use the GPS when we want to, when we didn't know how to go to that location, we just find the location using the GPS. And this GPS usually use 24 satellite, and it's managed by the Defense Department, which continuously send location information to Earth. Okay, next is the infrared. Infrared use infrared light wave to communicate over short distance. Okay, so infrared is a line of sight communication. Sending and receiving device must be in a clear view of one another without any obstruction blocking that view. For example, like TV remote control. Okay, TV remote control, if you cover the infrared light at the remote control, so you can change the channel of the TV because you cover the blocking the view of the infrared light wave. So next is the connection devices. Connection devices is the interface between sending and receiving devices. So okay, connection device signal. So we have two types of signal. We have the analog signal and we have the digital signal. So analog signals is come from the telephone signal and continuous electronic wave. So both of it using the analog signal to transmit the data. However, for the digital signals is for the computer signal present or absent of an electronic pulse on or off. Okay, so transfer rate means that the speed in which modems transmit the data. So we have three types of the transfer rate. First, we have the million bit per second. This one is the billion bit per second, and this one is the trillion bit per second. So this is the types of the transfer rate. Okay, next we still in the connection device. So device need to convert digital signal to analog. So to convert it, we need to use the modem. Modem means that the modulator, demodulator. So what does it mean about the modulation? So modulation is the process of converting from digital to analog. However, for the demodulation is the process of converting from analog to digital. Okay, types of modem. We have three types of modem. So first we have the DSL. Next we have the cable, and third we have the wireless. Okay, what does it mean about the digital subscriber line? It means that we use a telephone line to get the connectivity of the internet. Okay, so the example of DSL is, for example, like Streamix. Okay, they use the phone line. So next is the cable. Cable use the same coaxial cable, create high speed connection using the system unit USB or Ethernet port. So cable, we can use the coaxial cable. Rather than that, we can use the fiber optic cable. Usually the example of the fiber optic cable, for example, like Unify.
Okey, untuk Unify you tak perlukan line telefon. So dia sambung daripada tiang telefon tu. Kat tiang telefon tu ada kotak Unify. So dia ada beberapa channel. Kalau dah penuh channel, rumah lain pun tak boleh nak connect Unify itu. Okay.
So next we have the wireless, known as the WE1, wireless wide area network modem, built in wireless modem or use wireless adapter card. So as you can see right now, in modem also has the feature of the wireless. Okay, you have the one modem, tak kisahlah dia streaming ke, dia Unify ke. So you can have two ways how to connect internet. First, you can use the cable or you can use the wireless from the modem. Okay, so this is the example. Okay, that use the DSL. This one use the cable. Okay, this one we can, if question cable, we can say that this is example of the Astro modem. Okay, this is the wireless. Okay, next is the connection services. So connection services is we have two types. First is for the corporation and next is the individual. So for the corporation, connection services corporation, they use the lease line. Okay, they use the T1 combined to form T3 and DS3. So this one do not require conventional modem and provide very high capacity and is expensive. Means that this corporation just lease the line. They sewa je line tu untuk dapatkan internet. So they no need to have the modem to get the internet. Okay, have been replaced by the OC line, faster optical carriers line. So this is a very higher capacity, not affordable for individual. Remember, for the corporation, they use the lease line for the connection services. However, for the individual, they use all of this. Okay, for the individual, we have the dial-up. Dial-up is the original service using existing telephone and telephone modem to connect to the internet. So this one has been replaced using the DSL. Okay, means that higher service, higher speed connection. They are replaced by the DSL, cable, satellite and cellular services. So before this, in 2000, they use the dial-up technology. So very slow. Okay, so they have one song, ten. So that's the example of dial-up to get the connection services. Okay, so nowadays we just use the DSL, cable, satellite connection services or maybe cellular services. We have this 3G and 4G, and nowadays we have the 5G to the network connectivity and fiber optic service. Okay, so this is the connection service for the individual. They can choose either one to get the connectivity. Next is the data transmission. This is the rules and procedure that coordinate the devices. So next we have factors that affect data transmission include bandwidth and protocol. Okay, so what does it mean about this one? So here, okay, what does it mean about the bandwidth? Bandwidth is how much information can move across the communication channel in the given amount of time.
Okay, bandwidth also describes the maximum data transfer rate of a network or internet connection.
So bandwidth is the measurement of the width or capacity of the communication channel. Okay, they have a four type, which is they have the voice band, medium band, broadband, and they have the bass band. Okay, says that voice band also known as the low bandwidth standard phone line. Okay, phone line, your phone line at the home, okay, using the telephone line. So this is under the voice band, very slow. Okay, too slow for many types of transmission, especially high quality video. Typically speed are 56 to 96 kilobyte per second. Oh my god, so very slow. So next we have the medium band. Medium band used in special lease line to connect mid-range computer and mainframe, as well as to transmit data over long distances, very high speed data transfer. So who use the leased line? The corporation. Okay, so next we have the broadband. Broadband widely used for DSL, cable and satellite connection to the internet. High-speed data transfer can have multiple connection in one single broadband. Means that okay, at the home you have the one unified, the Wi-Fi can share with 4 people. So that means broadband can have a multiple connection. Okay, baseband is the connect individual computer that are located close to one another, like broadband. This support high-speed transmission can only carry a single signal at a time. Baseband means that you use the wired. Okay, you use the cable to connect the computer to internet. Okay. Okay, next is protocol. So what does it mean about the protocol? Protocol are communication rules for exchanging data between computers. They have 2 types. Okay, first they have the HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, secure, widely used to protect the transfer of sensitive data.
Okay guys, when you see the HTTPS in the URL, that means that website is very secure for you to do the transfer any sensitive data, especially the online banking website. Okay, so before you want to transfer any money to other account, you need to confirm first whether the protocol use the HTTPS or just the HTTP. Okay guys,
so next, TCP/IP means that transmission control protocol, or we call it as the internet protocol. Okay, next is the feature of TCP/IP. The feature of the TCP/IP, they have the three feature, which is first identification, second domain name server, and next is the packetization. So identification means that identify sending and receiving devices. So remember, every computer on internet has a unique numeric address called an IP address. So website also have the IP address. Your laptop also have the IP address. Each laptop have their own IP address. Okay. So next, domain name server. Remember last week in chapter 7, I have been told you what does it mean about the domain name server. Domain name server means that it will convert text-based address to IP address. For example, you have www.google.com. So domain name server, we convert it into the, for example, 125.11.15.110, for example. Okay, for example, I don't remember the IP address for the www.google.com. So I want to show you the example how domain name server will convert from text-based into the IP address. Okay, next is the packetization. What does it mean about the packetization? Packetization allow message to be broken into small part called packet. Okay, so it's allow message to be reassembled at the destination. So why they need to broken it into the small part? So they want to make the transmission time more faster. At the receiving destination, they will reassemble back from the small packet, become one message. Okay, so that's it mean about the packetization, to make the transmission more faster. Okay, next is a network. So what does it mean about the network? A communication system that connect 2 or more computers so they can exchange information and share resources. So guys, network to be continued in the next class. Okay guys, so if you have any question, you can ask me in Telegram. So don't forget to click your attendance in the future. And don't forget to do exercise tutorial that I have been given you in the GCR, Google Classroom. And so that's all for today classes. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.